Hello, my name is Mihai Szilagyi and I'm a Perl developer at Amazon since 2012. The following presentation contains some of my personal thoughts, so I invite you to disagree with me, not in public but in the breaks and after. So please do not get offended, and if you have different opinions than mine, then it means that you think, and that's a good thing. So you should know about me that I'm very passionate about politics, and I think you figured that out from my title. Yeah, make Perl great again. Yeah, I bet you heard the other version with America. Yeah, so let us begin. How do you start a presentation? Well, you need to have a good title. Yeah, make Perl great again. If it worked in the 80s, why wouldn't it work now? So make Perl great again. Yeah, what do? You type this title into Google. Well, I did that, and this is the first result it gets. Yeah, please don't get offended again. It's not the real Mr. Trump, the real Donald Trump. It's a fake one. Yeah, but I thought it was.
It's not the real one. That's an actual sentence.
Now I'm offended. Yeah, this is funny. Yeah, Perl used to be great. Yeah. Look, these are the numbers since 1996 until 2016, and if you, as you can see, in 1996 we were the third place. We were on the podium after C and C++. But I don't know, something bad happened, and in 2016 we got on the 9th place.
It's rigged.
We'll see about that. Yeah, we are not winning anymore. Yeah, we all know that this index is from TIOB and it's rigged, yeah, right? So you see that we are on the 9th place with 2.49 at ratings. Yeah, why are not we winning anymore? Slide 2. Yeah, as I've said, TIOB index is rigged. So I searched for alternatives, and Google suggested me PyPL, Popularity of Programming Language. PyPL, this website, is an index. This index is created by analyzing how often language tutorials are searched on Google. This is also rigged. So as you see, in 2005, Perl started at 8 or 9%, and in 2016, it's barely 1%. As you see, this is another language. It's JavaScript. It started from the same percentage as Perl and somehow made it. And it has basically the same percentage as it had 10 years ago. This is also rigged. And this is very rigged. It's Python. Yeah? Python is 11 or it's increasing. Yeah? So we are not winning anymore. I'll have this kind of Trump references, so please, again, don't get offended. JavaScript is laughing at us, right? How many JavaScript frameworks are out there?
One per user.
Hmm?
One per user.
One per user? Yeah, we all know this famous Romanian character. Yeah. Yeah, somebody's writing a JavaScript library as we speak. Not maybe a framework, but a library. So even JavaScript is laughing at us. So what is the solution? I've presented the problem. What is the solution? I need to remind you that I'm a web developer, so many of the problems and many of the solutions are coming from this side of programming. So one of the solutions I found is that as web developers, we need to move from Perl development to software development, not just deliver Perl-based solutions, not just deliver Perl scripts and Perl solutions, but software solutions. We need to create learning resources. I've had a slide previously with the PyPL index, and you've seen that people are not searching for Perl tutorials. Maybe one of the reasons is that they are hard to find, and even if you find a Perl tutorial, you can't find one easy enough for a newbie. I don't consider myself a newbie, and we had some issue at work, and I had to find a Java solution, and I searched on the internet, and the second solution from Google was exactly what I needed. So I think we need this kind of resources for Perl also. Yeah, and as I've said, I'm a web developer, and I think that we need to focus on the web. I have a question for you. When was the last time you used a Perl desktop application? Okay, let me ask another question. When was the last time you used a mobile application written in Perl? No one. So that means that we need to focus on the web. You can't be a good web developer if you don't understand how front-end frameworks are working. And not necessarily front-end frameworks, but front-end architectures and simple things like an AJAX call. So you can't be a successful web developer if you don't understand how your requests are formed. And one of the solutions which I consider is the most important is that Perl can supply easy JSON responses. And there are many UI frameworks that are JSON based, like React and Ember and so on. And I think we have a chance with this. Yeah, I made an exercise, and the exercise is very simple. We need to get this JSON response using two techniques. First, as the title says, the Java SPRING JSON response, and then a Perl response. So this example is from the Spring official guide. Well, in order to provide this JSON, we need to provide a plain old Java object with fields, constructors, and accessors. It's a POJO, yeah, Java POJO. So this is it. So in order to get this simple JSON response, first you need to build this class. You see the accessors and the constructor. And then you need to create a resource controller, something like this, with 4 imports and so on. So that's a lot of coding. And keep in mind that this is one simple JSON with 2 fields. And you already need a complex wrapper object, Java POJO, and this complex resource controller. Let us see how this can be done in Perl. Well, like this. Get greeting, you have a sub, you specify that your content type is JSON, and then you say return to JSON and a Perl hash. Why is this so easy? This is a mapping between a Perl hash and a JSON hash. And as you see, they are almost identical, right? So I think this is our chance to make Perl great again, to collaborate with these UI frameworks which are using JSON, and supply them what they need. If they need JSON, we need to supply JSON. Yes, I've made again some conclusions. I need to remind you that great languages are used by great people, and you're a wonderful people. Yeah, you're the best people in town, so I think you can you can write really great code. Yeah, you can make coding great again. We need to focus on the future. It doesn't matter where we were. We need to focus on the future. We need to ensure that Perl will be great. We need to build a bridge between Perl as backend and JS as front-end technologies. So as I've said, many of the performant UI frameworks are requesting JSON from backend. And if these frameworks are so popular, it would be a really good opportunity to say, look, Perl can supply very easily these kind of JSON requests you need so badly. Another thing is that we need to try to innovate. I keep hearing this thing that, oh look, Perl can do now functional programming, Perl can do this, Perl can do that, and we are importing anything from the other languages. So many times these imports aren't the best thing. So the other languages aren't sending its best to Perl. and we need to find something which we need to find something unique, something only Perl can do. And we need to have more respect and more openness to Perl juniors. So this is also a message for me and also for you, because we are having very few juniors and very few people who want to actually learn Perl, and they need help. And if they can't find help, then they switch to other languages, hint, hint, Python. Yeah, so yeah, Perl has its own magic. So I'm sure that many of you have discovered this magic of Perl, but if you haven't discovered yet, then you will discover it in the future. So even if you're not familiar with Perl, find a friend or someone who knows Perl and ask him to teach you the basics, because Perl isn't that hard to learn. Yes, and I have a last slide which presents my favorite programming language. Yeah, well, thank you. As I've said at the beginning, if you have any questions, you can ask me in the breaks or after the event. Thank you. You're a wonderful crowd.